see if we can run the clock out with a win. But we're better than that, and we played better than that. And you know, you have to always figure, you know, you guys can look at it any way you want, but was it them playing well or us not playing well? I give them a lot of credit. You know, they won 5 games in a row. They ran the ball like they've been running it. Marco was terrific today. And Tony made his plays when they had to, and the receivers made some terrific catches and were able to make stuff happen kind of like they're counting on. So I think they played the game they wanted to play, and we couldn't do anything about it today. And we kept it close, and we had a chance, but all in all, it wasn't good enough. And it really felt like fundamentally we didn't play very well. I said to them in the locker room, when I look at it, when I see blocking and tackling was not as good as it needs to be on either, really in any phase. So it's a big win for Dallas. They came in here and did a great job, and they deserve every bit of it, of course. And we got to get better. We didn't come back from Monday night and do very well. So we'll see what happens.
Byron Maxwell's injury. What's the?
He's got an ankle sprain.
Ankle sprain.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner, what happened with him?
He jammed his big toe and came back and played with it. We'll see what that means. We don't know right now. Wait and see.
With Maxwell, is it something that could keep him out a bit, or do you have a
I think
idea?
it's a pretty good sprain. Yeah, I think it's legit. You
High
could
ankle.
Get up on it. You know.
Is it high?
You really want to know that, don't you?
Yeah.
I think it's a high ankle sprain. But that's a thing right now. Okay. I don't know.
Pete, did this first half feel similar to the Chargers game where you just didn't have?
Yeah, we had no rhythm. You know, we weren't able to get going running pass wise, and that happens sometimes. And it gets amplified when you don't get off the field. And so they were taking advantage of it, and they had good rhythm. We were fortunate. You know, the big play in the kicking game, that was a big burst for us. We were counting on that to happen, and we were really excited about that. And we didn't answer it very well. We went the big play in the first drive, got us down there, and that was about it. So it was across the board. This is not pointing your finger at any one spot. This is a lot of stuff just didn't play well. I didn't do a good enough job to get us ready to do this, and I guess they're a really good team. I mean, we shouldn't be surprised that Dallas is playing really well. That's 5 games in a row, and they just won on the road here. You know, so they're a tough team to play against right now.
Why was it so hard to get Marshawn involved in the offense, particularly?
We weren't making first downs. You know, we were. You know, you got to get the rhythm. I mean, it's the same thing. If you look at it, why didn't you give the ball to Marshawn more, or why didn't this guy catch more passes? Well, it's because you're not going to get first downs and get more plays. And when the defense is out there for a long time, and the offense has a 3 and out, and they don't staff it, then you just don't get your shots. That's just what happens. I mean, the story's going to write itself every time out there. So we tried to come back, get back into rhythm, and Marshawn did a nice job, popped a run, and got some stuff going. He was busting his tail to help us. But we just couldn't get in sync and get the rhythm and connect it with the third down conversions.
Did you feel like when Byron went out that it changed anything in terms of how you guys played pass defense?
We did. You know, we adjusted a little bit. You saw us flip the corners a little bit, did some things to adjust. I thought Richard did a really nice job. Against a great player. What an incredible catch. He makes on Richard up top. Right in front of their bench. It was a great play. So, Dez is a great player. That was a great matchup to watch and all. He side one a little bit now.
Did that 30-20 play turn out to be the most important play?
Oh, of course it was. Yeah, the game's in our hands then. 3rd-20, we get out, and then we're working to kill the clock in the football game. So, of course, it looked just like what happened in Houston, and I didn't see clearly how he escaped, but we saw how he beat one of the top players in football a week ago, and makes a great throw and catch and puts them in the scoring zone, and everything goes their way from there. I thought that was the same play in the sense in this game it was that significant. We played things well. We rushed him. We flushed him out, and Tony's got magic about him. He always has, and he pulled it out right then and made an incredibly good play.
Sherman flip-flopping, is that just an emergency thing, or would you look at that further beyond this?
That was somewhat of an emergency thing in this game. You call it emergency. I'm not calling it. This is what we did to adjust, and we'll see what happens.
How did you feel Russell played?
It was hard. It was hard. I thought they defended a lot of plays really well. We had a shot at some plays down the field, and they were all over the ball. I just thought it was a really good day for their guys, and we would love to have won on some of those exchanges. But I think all in all, when he throws for 120 yards and he's 50%, then that's not a good day for him. He's better than that. Can play better too. It's always everybody. Everybody works together to make this happen. But I know he's a little frustrated by that.
Did they give you an